This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6, and it reads, And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but and it's not yet. Matthew 24, verse 7, and it reads to the Holy Scriptures, For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Makar Kadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And I say shalom to the Akim out there. And this is a sit-down lesson that I want to bring out from foxnews.com, published by Danielle Wallace from Fox News, as of August the 7th, 2023 at 10:13 a.m. Eastern Time. And it reads, China released TV documentary showcasing military readiness to invade Taiwan. And it says China's Chasing Dream Docracies features the People's Liberation Army preparation for an attack on Taiwan. And keep this in mind, while you have the growing unofficial allies of Taiwan and the United States, their alliance is growing continuously. Definitely, the United States is definitely going to defend Taiwan as they getting closer and closer to a potential of China invading Taiwan, as that been increasingly for the past 2 years or so now, as we continue to see that increase, as recent transactions that the United States recently deployed one transaction of $300+ million in military aid assistance to Taiwan, and the second transactions, I believe, like 4 to 5+ an additional million in military aid assistance in second transactions. So 2 transactions in total of a lot of money in military aid assistance. And plus, they recently deployed reserve army troops over there to train the Taiwanese soldiers. And then they had an emergency drills they've been having as of lately as well too, right along with the exercise trainings with the United States soldiers and Taiwanese soldiers together, as they getting prepared for a potential invasion of China invading Taiwan, especially with the tensions that have been taking place in the South China Sea, right along the Taiwan Strait, as China been building up their military capability, and Taiwan is getting prepared for that, So tensions between China and Taiwan, China versus the United States over Taiwan, so those tensions are definitely escalating now, so more than ever. That's why I brought out the book of Matthew 24 and verse 6 of the increasing of the wars and rumors of wars. So the wars and rumors of wars are definitely heating up between these nations, down there in the South China Sea and the Taiwan Strait, as China potentially getting prepared now, so more than ever, invading Taiwan, especially this one China policy, because China still look at Taiwan as one of them, So, I just want to add an additional note to that. Well, I just got continuing on with the reading. It says China has released a documentary showcase showcasing its military readiness to invade Taiwan, featuring testimonies from Beijing soldiers pleading that they will be willing to die to take over the democratic island, Slovakia. It says the first installment of Chasing Dreams, a 8-part documentary by state broadcast CCTV, aired earlier this week to mark the People's Liberations Army 96th anniversary. It features footage of military drills, particularly to those around Taiwan, and dramatic testimonials by dozens of soldiers. My fighter jet will be my last missile, rushing towards the enemy if a real battle. I have used up all my ammunition, said Li Peng, a pilot from Wang He Squadron under the Military Eastern Theater Command, responsible for carrying out operations in the Taiwan Strait, according to the Telegraph. If the war broke out and the conditions were difficult to safely remove the naval mines in the actual combat, we would use our own battles to clear a safe pathway. Our land forces land identifying Zhao Feng, a frogman with the PLA Navy's mine-swept unit, reportedly in the film, Slovakia. Says I could be able to play this video clip.
Dr. Rebecca Grant is here, national security military analyst, president of IRIS Independent Research, and a Fox News contributor. Dr. Grant, it seems to me that, constantly China's just poke. That's what they're doing. What is the tripwire for these aggressive actions to potentially turn into an actual invasion?
And that's the big question. What would make Xi Jinping really move towards invasion? We don't know the answer, and so we have to be prepared. The Pentagon often talks about the year 2027 as being a problem. We know a couple things are going on. China is building up its own nuclear forces, and it's part of trying to deter any response to an invasion. But there are other things happening right away. One of those, in fact, is Taiwan's own elections coming up in January. And don't forget, a lot of this military activity is designed to try to give China's military more experience at the same time that it allows Xi Jinping to threaten Taiwan politically and push back against the U.S. and other allies.
Do you think the Biden administration's approach to Beijing is buffering them, is holding them back, or is it potentially giving them more of a green light?
Well, I can tell you Biden's diplomacy is just not working. We've had Blinken, John Kerry, Secretary Yellen over there. They all came home basically empty-handed. And then we see this big package of fighters and bombers flown against Taiwan. So all the diplomacy has not made Taiwan any safer, and it's clearly not deterring Xi Jinping from continuing to show off his rising military power.
What should the administration do?
Deterrence is the #1 priority, and we all know that. But there's some real specific steps I'd like to see them take. It would help to do more U.S.-Taiwan joint exercises. Taiwan has its own exercise this week, but I'd like to see our attack helicopters, our F-35s, doing joint training on Taiwan to make the point that, hey, Xi Jinping, it's just not worth trying to invade or to do a sudden decapitation attack on that island nation.
Do you think he has that message right now, or far from it?
No, I think he is still deciding, and he's looking at his own domestic economic pressures. He's trying to influence the Taiwan elections. There's part of the Taiwan electorate that wants to be more appeasing and cool it off. He's trying to influence them, and I don't think he has that message enough. We need to make sure that our military really shows its strength, our willingness to uphold the rule of law and defend Taiwan, and also to have our allies from Australia to Japan participate.
And what if the appeasers win in Taiwan?
Very interesting question, and that would lead possibly to more negotiation between Taiwan and China. They already have a strong economic relationship, but I don't know that it makes Taiwan any safer. Taiwan needs its own military drills, and it needs the extra assistance that we are sending: Patriot missiles, F-16s, MQ-9 Reaper drones. It needs that armaments package so that Taiwan is strong enough, nation of 23 million people, to say, hey, we're a democracy, we deserve to be here. Xi Jinping, back off.
That they certainly do. You mentioned the parade of Biden administration officials who went to China to sit down and talk. Henry Kissinger, 100 years old, who opened China under President Richard Nixon, of course, sitting down with Xi Jinping there. What do you think he really got the truth? What did Henry tell him? And do you think Xi Jinping listened? Did he give him the straight stuff?
Xi Jinping has had so many visits. Bill Gates, Henry Kissinger. That's about making Xi Jinping look like a big world leader. But I think the Henry Kissinger of old would have been very strong on military deterrence. He always understood that was key in realpolitik, in world politics. That was the Kissinger message, and that goes straight to strong military deterrence to keep Xi Jinping backed off.
Maybe he told him just that and said, I'm 100 years old, I can say what I think. We'll have to find out. Dr. Rebecca Grant, always good to have you. Thank you.
Thank you.